Hail and Willamette friends! Andang here for another episode of Tales of the Free Folk. And I'm actually going to let the town crier of the Trollshaws, and by Trollshaws I mean Trestlebridge, tell us what's been going on. Last time on Tales of the Free Folk, Erithart helped wounded soldiers, and he met Relinial, who may or may not be the love of his life, and was also the head healer of the Trestlebridge. And he found a huge orc encampment to the south when he went off to find herbs and hopefully save the guards. And he did, 8 of them to be precise, with Relinial's healing hands helping. Meanwhile, Pineleaf was talking to Kemp, a drunk in the local bar. Kemp was telling a very sad story, and Pineleaf just totally left the guy, acting like nothing happened. But Kemp will totally remember. Meanwhile, Terry had become so drunk from an Agmirium brew that she was knocked out, and while she was in and out of consciousness, she thinks she heard Kemp mention treasure. Pineleaf, sure to ignore Kemp even further, decides to go and report to the mayor after scouting that there are no orcs to the north, based on a terrible dice roll. The defenses of the Trestlebridge were edited to put more defenses against the south instead of the north. And finally, the party eventually went on a stealth mission to successfully take out all of the southern enemy's trebuchets, and they were like, where'd they go? And it sadly went up in smoke, and the party returned back to the camp, successful and happy of their mission. But before we hear the rest of the party's story, we first have to hear of what the heck happened to that May girl. So, May.
Is that my cue? That's my cue, huh?
You have been gone for a week. Why don't you fill in what you've been doing?
I have been, when I left the party, I went off into town to sort of gather intelligence by way of being a street performer. So, I performed for people and got into conversations with people and got to know people. And in fact, at some point, I actually did meet Raylenial and go and help her after Erithart brought back his bundle of herbs. I missed the team. They went off, but I stayed and helped Raylenial. The conversations in town actually have concerned me because I heard about the movement of the defense stuff to the south based on the scouts' reports. But there have been conversations among other folk in town that are kind of like not the same as what the scouts reported, that there does seem to be something going on in the north, but I can't really tell what. But what I've decided to do and haven't done yet is to go talk to the mayor and see if I can persuade the mayor to at least keep or move back some of the defenses to the north.
Okay, and is it just like a hunch inside you? Do you have any evidence that you want to base this off of? Or
It's a
can you?
hunch. It's a hunch. I mean, I just, well, it's based. I mean, it's townspeople. They're not soldiers. They're not, they're people who are out doing their business during the day. But they're people that have been saying, I don't understand the scouts not seeing things. I saw a footprint, and so
Okay.
it's not. It's kind of anecdotal, but I have
Okay.
good insight, and I just feel like I have this hunch that maybe something, maybe it's not as much as in the south, but we shouldn't just completely abandon the north part. In other words, don't move everything, or keep some of the defenses up north. So
Right.
I want to try to persuade the mayor if I can.
Okay, first of all,
Okay.
I want you to do a roll to see if you've heard anything, to see if you can help strengthen
Okay.
your argument later on.
Okay, cool. So that's a D20?
Yep.
And
Plus,
do I add
like,
anything?
insight or something like that.
Good. Okay, cool. Got it. All right, Senior, this is what it is with the roll plus the add.
All right, you were able to overhear one person talking about that they thought that they saw a lot of orcs in the distance when they were out trying to do their daily work.
Okay.
So that can help strengthen your
And
argument.
I believe the person.
And you believe
Okay.
the person.
All right. Okay, cool. All right. So then I go talk to the mayor
Mm-hmm.
and use my power of persuasion, because I do realize that probably just hearing from one person may not sway the mayor a lot, given the fact that all his scouts, whose job it is to scout, have said nothing, right? But I'm trying my best to persuade the mayor to maybe rethink the strategy. And this is what I roll plus, so it's D20 again, right? Plus my
Plus
skill.
persuade or something like that.
Yeah, persuade.
Okay. All right.
How good am I? Am I good? I'm a persuasive kind of elf.
You are persuasion master. So you tell him that, and he totally believes you and says you're absolutely right. And he gives out an order to basically balance out the defenses a little bit more. There's still going to be a bit more to the south, but it'll be much more fair balanced. And right
Good.
as you've convinced him, I'm going to roll a dice real quick to see what might happen.
That's when the invasion starts.
Dun, dun.
So
And the music comes up. The music changes.
So what happens is a guard rushes in and says, "Mr. Mayor, we have a situation. It seems that there are indeed orcs to the north. And sadly, they have kidnapped 3 of our men and killed the other defenders that were there. They retreated back. It seemed like it was just a scouting party, but our men were overrun."
Okay,
And-
well, I'm gone now. Bye. It's nice talking to you, Mr. Mayor.
And so the mayor looks to you and tells you to go and summon the rest of your team.
Okay, yeah, that would make
the
sense.
rest of the team actually just came into town right as this
Guys,
is
you're
all
not
happening.
going to believe what happened. Oh my God.
Trina, Maven, it's been like weeks. How's it been going?
Terrible. We just, the North just got overrun by orcs. They killed people and maimed people. And where have you guys been?
Killing orcs.
It works.
Oh, okay.
We
Well, that's
we
good.
beat up some orc nerds. It was fun.
All right, so I'm assuming you want to relay the info.
Yes. Oh, I just do that? So I relay the info. I can't remember exactly the whole thing, but it was like supposed to be a scouting party. They think it was a scouting party. The North, they killed everybody, right? They killed.
They took
kidnap?
3 guards captive
They
and
kidnapped
killed
3
probably
guards.
2 guards.
Okay.
Oh,
They've killed
this
and
is an
kidnapped.
outrage.
So that's right. That's what I say.
Okay,
Okay.
and the mayor did tell you to summon them. So
Oh yes. So you are summoned to City Hall, to Trustlebridge Town
Alright.
Hall.
okay, so I assume all of you are willing to go back to the mayor.
I
Sure.
suppose so.
Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't
So-
in charge of scouting. I'm
I
totally
wasn't
fine
in
talking
charge
You're lucky-
either.
you're
I
lucky
was
you
just
even-
one of many scouts.
You're lucky you remembered what we did at all, Terry.
I don't remember what we did at all. I remember being drunk.
Your drunk aerodynamics will be the
Your
talk of
flu.
legend.
Basically.
Yes.
Totally remember being
Good
drunk.
times were had by, well,
All right. So you guys did return back, and the mayor summoned you guys, and so you guys make your way towards the mayor, and he tells you that your mission is to go and enter the encampment to the north and rescue the 3 guards that were captured in the recent raid to make things right. And he is actually offering you, since you saved the lives of 8 of his guards, he is entrusting to you those 8 guards, and you can choose who stays, who goes, how many stay, how many go with you, and where they're going to be defending. So you guys can decide as a group right now what you want those guards to do. You have 8 guards. You can decide how many stay, how many go, all that.
Watch the bridge. We'll be back.
All right. You want all of them to just watch the bridge?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we take some skirm soldiers?
Well, we have 8 guards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Between the
And
5 of them?
presumably, if you guys went to the camp, you know that you would probably be able to see if there was some counterattack that was coming. From the north,
Okay.
at least.
And if we leave these guards, they can do what? That would not already be there. If we take these guards, will they have any
If
guards
you left
left?
these guards, there would be a little bit more defense of the trestle bridge in case something did happen to the city. Or town.
Can we pick, like, the 3 or 4 most aerodynamic looking guards?
You absolutely can, Arathart. You absolutely can.
I say we take 5 with us and leave 3 behind. I mean, there's other guards, right, in town.
Okay, and there are a little bit less defenders to the north than there are to the south. How do you want to divide them up? Do you want them all on the north or divided up?
Do we know those numbers? Since we're with the mayor, I need to know those numbers.
Yeah, he relayed to you guys that, I mean, you guys have been able to see that because he relayed to May, that he would balance out the numbers a bit.
Okay, but we don't actually have any numbers.
But there's no actual physical numbers, but you would guess that there's probably a difference of about 5 because there's probably 15 guards to the south and 10 to the north. But you also
Well,
don't know
we
how
know.
big the northern encampment is. It might be way smaller,
Right.
it might be bigger.
That's it. We know that we destroyed the siege works at the southern encampment. So they're going to have to hot-foot it. We know that the southern part of town has a wall with a somewhat defensible gate. So that's one bottleneck. And then whoever's coming from the north, whatever, we have no idea of what it is, what kind of siege weapon they have. They have to deal with the bridge. So that's an issue, but the bridge has to stay up. So we need to make sure that whatever we leave behind is going to be able to mop up what we may miss as we're going north. And we definitely need to cover our retreat.
Part of me wants to just say, hey, let's leave them all in town.
That's what I was thinking too.
We got this. There's 6 of us.
Are you sure?
I think we should take a couple.
Yeah, I think we should take a couple because we need to save these 3 abducted guards, right? That's our mission.
When we save them,
Yep.
can they fight for us?
Yeah. Once you save one, it'll be able to fight with you, and then, as you save more and more, they'll be able to fight with you.
Maybe we
let's
take a couple with us.
Assuming
let's
they
take
haven't
3 with us.
Assuming
take-
they haven't been busted up.
Take 3 with us and leave 5 behind. So
yeah,
there's
and
like
leave 5 at
15
the
in
northern gate.
Yeah, so
at the
that
northern
would make
bridge.
15 at the northern end.
Right.
So it'd be like those elves in Danninglore, right?
Sure, Pineleaf.
Which do nothing, you mean?
No, they do nothing until you take the banner, and then they
When they fight
decide
with
they
you.
can pitch in.
Oh, right.
Counter
That's
attack.
right.
Yep.
That's right.
And they're like, thank goodness you've come.
Thank
You're
goodness
like,
you
I know,
come.
right?
Oh, I
couldn't stand
found
up
a
5
sword! It
seconds
was
ago, but
sitting
now
next to
I
me
found
the
it.
whole time. Yeah. Okay.
So, you guys take the 3 most aerodynamic guards as your choice and decide to, but first, the mayor does relay a little bit more information to you guys. So, he does tell you that the 3 guards' names are Servan, Talbot, and Harathi, and
okay.
he relays a little bit of information about each of the different guards.
Can we nickname these guys?
Manny,
Okay.
Mo, and Jack.
Sounds good.
So Severin was the trestle bridge guard that was trying to hold the trestle span. He led a final desperate push towards the end, which actually caused the guards to decide to kidnap instead of basically continue on into the town. And so he went on down that way and was nowhere to be found afterwards. And he basically would not let any of the remaining guards go after them because they were spread too thin. If rescued, he will do a bunch of stuff that I'll tell you about later. Didn't mean
Wait,
to
so
read
these
that
are the
far.
guys we're going after?
That's one of the guys.
Okay.
The
So we're
other
not
guy-
worried about the aerodynamic guards we're taking with us.
No,
Right.
these are not the aerodynamic ones.
What if we want to talk to them?
Their names are just guard for now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Lotro naming policy.
We can name them Larry, Mo, and Curly.
We've got 2
You
Mo's
guys
now.
totally do that.
That's true. We got 2 Mo's.
We can't have no
Larry,
Mo.
Larry, Steve, and Curly.
There you go. Larry, Steve, and Curly. Or Steve, and Steve.
So, if you guys remember, Talbot was actually the guard that Arithert talked to last time, who had been sleeping on the job. He was getting people in the market to hide in their houses when he heard shouting at the bridge and rushed that way. And nobody's seen him since, and his body hasn't been around, so they assume he was kidnapped. The final one is Hrathi, who is a merchant, and he's from the dwarf citadel
I was going to say,
of
sounds like a dwarf.
Orcdergarten to the north, and he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. His roars were the loudest, though, during the battle, and it could be heard throughout the entire town, the dwarven roars, even though he was way over off at the bridge. So those are your 3 targets to rescue.
So basically, when the town got quiet, they knew he'd been kidnapped.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So you guys go on your way. You first need to, of course, find where the heck this orc encampment is.
Curve!
Don't count on me being able to see it.
Carve's our scout, right?
Mm-hmm. So if he wants to roll a perception or travel check or something like that.
Well, based on my previous travels in the region, I do know that there is, in fact, a valley that is suspiciously available to be a place for hidden orc activity. So we shall see what we find there.
All right. So you guys do make your way around and you search for a while, but you do eventually spot an orc encampment in the distance. And roll a perception check to see what you might find.
I bet there are going to be birds hovering in the air.
Oh, man. All right.
With black riders on them?
No. You know, the craven that are...
Let's hope that that's not the case.
Thank you for flying Felbeast Airlines, where we save the terrorists with the landing crew.
Imagine orcs like freshly from Angmar coming down.
Oh, I've got Philby's flag.
They're like in their full like holiday gear, like on their vacation. Just coming back.
Bermuda shorts.
Yeah.
Their nose, they got white
Sunny
stuff on their
Northbound.
noses. Right? They got the white stuff on their noses. For
Totally. Yeah. To prevent sunburn. Yeah. All right. So you guys are actually able to see that this orc encampment actually is probably just a small orc encampment to see what things were like on this end of the basically the town of Trestlebridge. And so you can see that there is a few orcs, probably about 10, all surrounding the 3
Are
prisoners.
they the same looking orcs as the South orcs?
They
Do-
are
look
this. They look like that they're similar.
Part of the
They
So are
do have a bit tougher look to them, though.
So these are like jock orcs, not nerd orcs.
Well, yeah, these are definitely not the same as the
South?
siege orcs. They're
Oh.
definitely more general
like-
orcs.
So this is like potentially a whole different...
So this
Set.
is like the track and field orcs, not the weightlifting orcs.
Potentially.
Well,
Okay.
what about the banners? Are they the same or different?
The
No, it's-
banners.
That's the heraldry.
The banners actually look like that they are something from the north. You don't know exactly what they are because you're not that experienced.
So they're
in-
different from the South ones.
I mean,
So the
I
South-
didn't put points in orcish heraldry.
Well, if you want to do a check, you can try to figure out what they are.
No, I'm not doing. I'm just.
Wouldn't Raylenial be able to make a check on that?
She would if she wanted to.
Is she with us?
Yeah,
She
it'd be. What would that even be off of?
Let me
People,
look.
maybe? Lore skill, people?
Scholar.
Anything lore related, yeah.
Scholar would work. Okay.
History would also work. Or shadow lore, any of that stuff.
Shadow lore, yeah, that would work.
I'm so bad about unmuting.
That's fine. So go ahead and put what you got in the chat. Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
yes, that would be the.
You've heard
She
rumors
definitely
that
knows.
there is actually an ancient kingdom that is on the rise, an ancient evil kingdom known as Angmar that's on the rise to the north. Because you watched the intro video to Lotro that tells you that the Witch King is totally on the rise. And
She watches the Trestle Virgin Nightly News.
Exactly.
yeah, that too. And so you're able to tell that these are definitely orcs from Angmar. Obviously, you guys don't know where the orcs are from the south because you didn't do this kind of a check for them. So, anyway, you're able to tell that they are definitely from Angmar.
Go me.
So now, what do you guys want to do?
Go Raylenial. Yeah.
And in the actual camp, you can see that the three prisoners are a little bit spread out. If you were to pull the camp, you would probably pull most of the orcs at the same time. They are pretty close together,
awesome.
but there are basically separate cages where each of these prisoners are kept.
Have we got any crowd control
Can you
capabilities
just kill him?
amongst us?
Well, if by crowd control or distractions you mean the three soldiers that you brought along, then yes.
Ah, the red shirts.
Steve, do it.
Okay, so there's.
Send our red shirts in front of us to create a diversion.
Well, we've got 6 of us, and there's 10 of them. No, there's 9 of us.
9 of us.
If we get the red shirts to create a diversion and make a break towards the opposite side of the camp, we can then move in and deal with what's left and/or grab these prisoners and book it out of there.
There's 10 orcs, right?
Yeah.
And if we hit one, we're gonna hit them all. Like we're gonna pull them all at once.
Sounds
We're
like
gonna
it.
pull them all.
There's a
I'd
chance
say we
that
tried
you will
to-
pull them all. It depends on what your pull roll will be.
Your full roll.
There's a pull roll.
There is with this one.
Do Steve
Well, yeah,
and Steve
you
get to roll?
you got to see how many of the orcs should go off. I say we send one guardian with the 3 guards to one side of the camp, and the guard and the rest of the party to the other side of the camp, and then we see how many we can pull off into one direction, and then the rest of the group flanks them.
Seems like a good plan.
Sounds good to me. Should we split the healers into the 2 groups?
Yeah, I was gonna say that might not be a bad idea.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take the elf and the
I think we're
3
both
guards.
elves, aren't we? Is Raylenial an elf or a lady? A little human lady.
I'm a human lady.
Oh, okay.
Castlebridge. So.
Never
That
mind.
was a major
Wrestle
point
bridge.
last time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but May wasn't here last time, so
Yeah. So
Okay.
My character is most certainly a man. And
I'm just looking-
most certainly.
I'm looking at
man.
Ray's picture here, so in
Yeah.
Ray's picture
Yeah.
she's got pointed ears.
It's an optical illusion.
We have Ray and May. Oh my gosh. Ray
guys
and
should be
May.
friends.
Ray and May. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
so anyway, who do you want going where?
I'm
I think
thinking,
the dwarf wants the elf, right? Didn't you just say?
yeah, Carvin, May, and the 3 guards will head around to one side of the camp, and then the rest of the party will head around to the other side of the camp.
And so you're going to be pulling first, Carve?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you guys go around. If you guys could do a stealth check, 1 for each group, to see if you can basically do this.
You should do the stealth check with May.
I should do this stealth check?
Yes, you should.
All right, and the other
I'm
group
not-
needs to do a stealth
I
check.
don't think I have any stealth. Is stealth a skill?
Yes.
No, it's tied to your agility.
It is
I
a
think.
skill.
Oh, it's
yeah.
not my agility. That's right.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
it's a
Yeah,
skill.
my
It's an actual skill.
stealth always ends up bad. So.
Yeah, because I don't have a stealth. I don't have a.
All right. Well,
trait.
I'll roll then. Okay,
Yeah.
here. That's for the dwarf elf guardsman party.
Okay, and then if the other party could do a stealth roll as well.
I forget what the modifier for stealth is.
It's
If
stealth
you have any
under other
points,
skills, middle column.
if you have any points in stealth, then you use it.
Oh.
Otherwise, you take a -1.
Nope. Does anybody have any points in stealth?
I have it.
Okay.
Yeah, let the Hobbit do
You're
it.
the person who
nominate
always rolls a
Terry.
1 have it.
Not always.
Well, you got it
Most
now,
of
you-
the time.
It's your one or my two, Pine Leaf.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You got 2. I forgot.
No, I
How'd you end up with
usually
2
roll
in
like
stealth?
2.
Okay, so you guys are able to do.
I have no
movement.
stealth.
Okay.
You guys are able to do this movement unnoticed.
Sweet.
Wow. Awesome.
Alright, so I need a visual here. We've got 3 cages with guards in them. We've got 10 orcs that are surrounding the cages. Ideally, we want to pull at least half of them over towards we are. I say Carvet emerges from the bushes and knocks an arrow and then lets it fly at the nearest orc.
Okay. Do you want to try to make this stealthy, or do you want to actually try to pull him?
I'm just going to kind of pop out and lob an arrow or shoot him with my bow.
Okay, so they'll probably be able to tell where you're coming
Yeah,
from.
they'll know where it came from because they'll see a dwarf hop out of the bushes and go, ha ha! And then shoot an arrow at him.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So
And
why
then
don't you do
basically-
first a roll to see how many you pull from doing that, and then you can do a combat roll to see how much damage you do.
Okay. So,
Straight
Alright.
D10 to see how many get pulled over that way.
do you really want me to roll a d10 or do you want me to just...
Yeah. Why don't you roll a d10? That was a good idea.
Okay. Let me roll then. Okay, so my straight pull is...
And since this is a tougher pull, if it's under 5, it'll be +2 to whatever you roll.
I'm surprised you didn't just say roll 2d6 and -2.
Well, that could have worked too. Do that instead. Thank
okay,
you,
hold
Miley,
on.
for the suggestion.
-2, and I have to roll 2d6.
Yeah, roll 2d6
What happens if
and
he
then
rolls a
subtract
1?
2.
2.
If he rolls 2 ones,
Okay.
then he's good.
Then he's like, haha, and nobody notices.
Okay.
And
Well,
it's a stealth
alright,
roll. Yeah.
alright. So my pull with the negative modifier is this with my combat, which is that, and then my damage is going to be based on standard guardian damage, which is yet another thing I'm working on. So give me just a second here, and
And you're doing everything. All right.
yeah, this button. Okay.
The one that actually tells us what it allows us to see it.
It's coming.
gonna
It's
give us
coming.
all
All
the
right,
time.
yeah. Come on now, Carve can pull like a boss. It's on.
Okay.
Check
and
it
is that
out.
with the -2 modifier?
Say what?
Is that with the -2?
Yeah, that was with the negative two.
Okay, so you pull 8 of the orcs who hear your
Holy
dwarven arrow
Dwarven prowess.
the air, and I'm pretty sure the dwarven arrow just like yells as well. It's like this ominous yelling arrow.
Ricochets off of 8 of them.
That's because he used one of those alarm arrows.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. And so it makes a ton of noise, and you pull 8 orcs over towards you. You are able to hit one of the orcs and do quite a bit of damage to him. So let's see here. So he's hurting pretty badly. Describe how you hit him with your arrow. Where at?
I pulled my arrow. I aimed at the small of his back, and I fired because I'm assuming. Well, whether he was looking at me or whether he was looking away, I was aiming for the vitals in the chest.
Okay. And so you did a lot of damage to him. All right, everyone, roll initiative.
I always forget initiatives. Sorry.
All right, and Carv will go first between you and May because he is in the group that was over there. And obviously Carv went first, so he actually didn't.
I was gonna say so am I, but he went first. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Is that everybody? Yeah, I guess it is. All right. So it is now your turn, May. Let me actually real quick roll for
We
the
got their
cards.
attention.
So yeah, the guards will go before you, Erithert, but and I guess
Well,
Terry as
we
well.
have 3 guards with us, right? We have
Because
Steve.
yeah, this is what the guards rolled for their initiative. And let me
Oh, wait a
roll
second. What did they
the
roll?
orcs
Oh,
as
great.
well. Oh crap! This is what the orcs rolled.
Oh, no! Are you
That's
kidding
just
me?
their initiative, though, right?
That's just their initiative.
Okay, so that just basically means they responded quickly.
Yeah, and they'll go after
Okay.
Carve every time because Carve went
So
first.
what I want to do is I want to
Yeah.
mez. I want to do a little mezzing here to keep Carve from getting completely piled on by
Well,
8
the
orcs.
orcs have to
Can I do
react
that?
It
don't
is
they?
the orcs' turn now. So
Oh, I thought you said I go next. Okay.
Well, I did.
Sorry.
I messed up.
You
One
messed
hit.
up. Okay.
Let's see.
Do the other 2 orcs notice anything?
The other 2 orcs are totally oblivious to what's going on.
They're too busy
Figures.
playing rummy.
Some of the
They're
too
dancing.
busy.
They're doing that shuffle dance that they do around the fire.
The campfire.
So one of the orcs was able to actually hit and was able to do a bit of damage to Carve since they saw and heard him and his arrow and made sure to do some damage, so they're able to actually hit you because they got a critical hit with 6 damage.
Wow.
Okay.
So it's now your turn, May. Only one of the orcs was able to actually attack after
Well,
this.
I'm still, because I'm pretty oblivious to the effect.
Heal!
No, well, I'm oblivious. I mean, I don't have I think dwarves are as hardy as elves are, so I'm not too worried about it because I know,
Okay, when that orc smashed me, the loud grunt that I made was followed by the word heal!
This is my flaw, though. You see, I don't understand.
So I'm
So I'm
helping
gonna-
you with your flaw by yelling out, heal! Heal! Ouch, that hurts! Sing me a song, lady!
You are going to rob me of a destiny point because you're going to make me act against my flaw.
It's your choice, May.
I know.
Well, just keep
Because
in mind
this
who
is
we
one of the
got.
problems that I've had is I'm not, I have this flaw that I keep not doing, not acting on.
Well, here's the thing: is that you do know from combat order that there will be another healer coming up pretty soon.
This is true.
She's on the other side of the camp.
Well, the other thing is we've got
Well,
7
you're
other.
not dead yet.
Can help.
We also have 7 other orcs who also know where you are. And I'm a little more concerned about those 7 other orcs, frankly, than the fact that you are bleeding out on the ground.
So Carve gets hit, he's lying on the ground with an orc
What
on
I would
top of him
rather
about to
do,
stab.
what I would rather do is try to see if I can do a little bit of mezzing to keep at least some of these orcs off of Carve, and also the 3 guys, which don't seem to be doing much at the moment. So I'm going to let's see. So what do I roll for that? Actually, I'm not sure. Song, right? It's a song thing.
It's your heal roll, which would be a d6, but you first.
My heal roll. Okay.
But you first need to roll to
Heal
see
and
if
I don't
you're
have to do
able.
a 20.
Wait,
Mez
it's a
someone?
d20, and then if it's
Okay.
higher than 11, or wait.
So D6 is for a mez.
I thought Mez would be song. Yeah.
Yeah, Mez would be song. I'm sorry, I thought you were trying to
Okay.
heal.
No, I'm not trying to heal. I'm trying to
Yeah,
do a
mez is
song.
song.
So, but I'm doing a D20 first, right?
Yeah, to see if you're able to hit him with the Mez.
D20 plus anything special? I'm sorry. I eventually
Plus-
around
It's just a
episode
d20 plus
20, I'll
song.
get it.
I totally messed
Plus
you up.
song.
Sorry.
Plus song. Where's song?
Or whatever
I gotta
that
find
skill
song.
is. Yeah.
Performance skills, music, song. Okay, there it is. Okay, got it. Okay, wait a minute. Which tab am I on here? Okay, here we go. Okay, it's this.
Okay, yeah, you're able to Mez one of the orcs.
Just one? Oh, bummer. I
Mhm.
was going for more than one, but okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so there's now 6 coming at him. That's great.
All right. Is there
And what
anything
are
else you
Steve
wanna do?
and Steve? Well, I want to turn around and slap the 3 guards into action. What the hell?
Well, the guards
mean-
are going to go after Ray and Pine because they rolled kind of poorly. because they're guards.
They're in
Um,
awe of our hero powers.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So they're still basically just, Well, yeah, I mean, I would like to keep trying to mez orcs, but I guess that's not an option for me, is it? Because
Well, you can spend because remember you can do an attack and a skill, and you did a skill, so you could do an attack if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I will do an attack, and I can do that without spending any like a destiny point or anything.
Right. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna do I'm gonna do now a war song, Angry Hands song here.
All right.
I love that's what Jaculetta calls it. Oh God, seriously, I'm gonna cry. Carv's gonna hate me.
Womp, womp.
Wah wah wah.
Okay, yeah, you're not able to hit with your war song. There's so much noise of the dwarf's arrow and the crying orc from the pain that they just can't hear your song.
The crying dwarf. Okay, yeah.
The elf is
And
like,
the dwarf yelling, heal, heal.
Yeah, the dwarf yelling "heal, heal" is just burned into your ear.
it's like I hear, leap orc, and then I hear, hey, go.
All right, Red Lineal, it is your turn.
Okay, now I found the unmute button. Let's see. How many
So you're
orcs
on the other side of the camp. You're a ways away.
Yeah, I'm ways away.
So you're able to get there in one turn, or you could take the 2 orcs that are by themselves.
So they can see what's happening, right? Or the other people.
Oh yeah, our distraction totally
Yeah,
worked.
they
We
should
totally
be able to
can.
see. I mean, clearly they can at least see the camp and the fact that there's a lot of orcs that are missing.
And that Carve is
I would
down.
say
Do they see
take
that
those-
Carve is down?
They might be able to see through the orcs to see if Carve is down. They'd have to roll for that to see if they could.
We need to take out the 2 orcs, free the guards, get them in the fight so we can flank them.
But it's not those orcs' turn yet.
Hmm.
Well, you can catch the 2 unwary orcs in the middle off guard. Because they're not really fighting yet. So take them down fast, release the guards, and then flank the rest of the orcs. That's my thought.
So, what are you wanting to do,
Not a
Relino?
bad idea.
Nah. Look around and see if there's any wild animals that I could get in on this fight.
Okay. Do a d20 to see if there are any animals around.
You just can't persuade healers. They're just stubborn.
She's a lore master. She's got to find something cute with fangs.
Okay, you can pick whatever the heck you want.
Jesus.
I summon a Beorning! OP for the win!
Pretty sure it's
It obviously has to be a good character or good creature that you summon. But you can summon anything you want. That's good.
Dragon! Oh wait, sorry. That's Merlin. Never mind.
Yeah, that's
So, do we,
that's an evil character.
since
I
it's Wheel of Time, she could do a wolf, but I don't think you could do that in Lotro.
Not unless you're a lore master on horseback.
I say go for
if
the
I
length.
could, that's what I would do.
Honey badger.
Because Honey Badger don't give it. Oh wait, this PG show. Sorry. No. Let's give us a bear or a lynx or something. Because your
I,
lynx was
thought-
pretty good last
I
time.
think
The
I'm gonna
lynx. Go for
stick
the
with my
lynx.
favorite and go with the lynx.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
they're so cute and pointy ears.
So
Serious
you
hits.
convince a lynx that's just kind of enjoying the food over in a corner to come over and stop eating, the grass and actually start
Lynxes
getting involved
don't
in
eat
this
grass.
fight.
Come on.
Well, mice in the grass then. Um,
My Siri just thought I asked it a question.
Grazing
Told me
lynx.
to understand.
We have a show title.
So anyway, the lynx comes over and is going to attack whatever it sees first because of that roll. So go ahead and roll damage.
That's very good.
And which orc do you want to attack?
Uh-oh.
That one.
This is correct.
The one on the left, assuming there's one on the left.
Okay.
So the link
you wanna go with
completely
the
misses.
healthy
The
one, I
link
assume?
completely misses.
Yes, no, maybe so. Healthy one.
What?
You want to go with the
Sure.
one that's been hit, or Okay.
I thought.
I thought
Oh,
we were
no,
going
the
for the
ones
two
that-
in the camp that haven't
Okay,
been
tell me
hurt
what
yet.
Yeah.
right.
It'd be the two in the
Yeah.
camps.
Okay, so you are going after the two in the camp. I was giving you an option, and anyway. Okay, so you go over the one on the left in the camp and are able to do a bit of damage to it. And so now it is Piney's turn.
All right then. I shall ambush the one that's currently distracted by a cat. Let's see. The ambush roll. Woo wee.
Uh-oh. Is that a
Okay.
good thing or a bad thing?
A boxcars for the ambush roll.
Ooh.
Awesome.
All right. So therefore, let me double check. So that is ambush. Right. So therefore, damage is going to be. I would have preferred that first roll, but it was cocked, so I guess I have to settle for the second roll. Let's see. And he's knocked down. All right, so he takes 2 damage and he's knocked down.
And I'm assuming you're wanting to go after the same one as Verlinial did.
Yeah, the one I said distracted by the cat. That's what I
Okay.
said.
You broke up.
All right.
a bit here.
And now I will do my regular attack with my other javelin.
Okay.
And
Are you going after the same guy or are you going after the other guy?
I did say the same guy.
Oh. I didn't hear that for your second attack. I didn't hear that.
Okay. So that is not good enough to hit.
Even taking into account that he's currently knocked down. And
Okay. Considering he's knocked down, you can hit. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and Erica had asked a question. So Raylenial rolled for the lynx. Did she also get to do a damage roll for herself?
Well, that should have been for her and herself, because she's supposed to roll 2 d4s, which I guess at 1 would not be that. So roll another d4, Verlinial. Okay. So now that greatly changes things. Alright, so this orc is on the verge of death now, and finally, if you want to
Yay!
describe what you did to it.
what I did to it, well,
It's almost dead.
in the fact that there are now a pair of javelins sticking behind each of its shoulder blades.
Alright, yes, very good. And so it almost looks like wings that the orc has, just with javelins. Alright, cool.
Don't forget to get him back.
Okay.
Oh, I'll have to get them back, yes.
It is now the guard's turn, and one of them is able to hit an orc. And they are actually able to do that amount of damage. And so let's see, there were all 3 guards with you, Carve, right?
However many are left, they all went on me.
No,
Oh,
not
yeah,
orcs,
yeah, we
orcs.
took
No,
the
the
guards.
guard.
Yeah, the distraction party has
All 3 guards.
Okay. So the guards went with you, so I'm going to have them attack the orc that got hit, and so it is also barely alive. Alright, so it is now Terry's turn.
Terry is going
I think
to.
actually I go before Terry, don't I?
No, yeah, actually it's Arethar's turn.
Oh, it was? I thought...
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
Terry
No,
was
he
up
rolled
here.
higher than I did.
yeah, so it's Arethar's turn then.
Can we do a duo thing again and combine our rolls?
Actually,
That's up
I
to
was
Terry.
thinking I would actually do the mission and rescue the guards that are
Well, yeah,
presumably restrained and tied up in some fashion.
we can kill them and actually I'll tell you what, I'll try and kill them and then you can unlock them. Unlock, untie, whatever they have.
That seems like a good plan. I vote for that plan.
Right.
I
So
yell it across the battlefield, hey, let the guards free!
it's like, hey, good plan. So right now, just to get my just straight, we've got one guard or one orc that's like almost dead, and one orc that's only mostly dead.
And, well, the orc that's mostly dead is part of the
No, the
other
second.
group. The second orc,
Yeah, the
you guys
second guy
are
hasn't
perfectly
even
fine.
hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's hale and healthy, and his grandma will
Yep.
be back. Okay.
Does he know that we're there? Has he kind of finally figured out
Yeah,
that we're
they
here?
both know that you're there.
He's probably standing there in shock and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting flanked. Ah! They
Right.
told me there'd be days like this in Orc School. In Orcdergarten.
I should never have left Gundabad.
Orcdergarten.
He was at Orcdergarten learning his ABCs and 1-2 fleas.
Oh my.
So anyway.
So I'm going to go for the orc near est, like the full healthed orc.
Okay.
Oh. I shall throw my shield at him, approximately neck height.
I will
Okay.
hurl
I
it
just have a mental picture when he says that. I have this mental picture of him throwing his shield like a frisbee. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
He does.
That's totally exactly what he does.
Okay, you hurt him pretty badly.
Heard it pretty. Okay.
Throat shot!
I guess that's it. I can do an attack and a class ability. I'm going to. I should have done my class ability first. Oh well. I'm going to do my This Is Your Ward.
Okay.
And let's say I'm thinking I need to put it on carve. So, yeah. Actually, I don't know how that works.
Roll the dice.
But it's when I act in defense of carve, which I have not yet done.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess you can't do it.
Okay,
It's a
I'll do
carve.
that next time here on Tales of the Free Folk.
All right. Do you want to do anything else?
I'm going to move within. Well, yeah, I'll taunt the mostly dead orc, and well, I'm assuming the one that I've attacked is going to be aggroed on me anyways, or is there like?
Not necessarily,
Oh,
but probably.
okay. Most likely, I'm going to get the other guy, taunt him, and then do a cool somersault roll towards Carve's general vicinity to get within face bashing range of those other orcs over there.
Okay, so you're gonna move over and go towards Carve to help out.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're just moving. You're not doing any other skills. Cool.
I can't, yeah.
All right. So Terry, it is now your turn.
I am going to go over and free those guards that we're supposed to be rescuing.
All right. I want you to roll a stealth check.
Can she just like slice the throats of the remaining guards strolling by
If
with her
you
two
can
swords?
do that. She would have to roll pretty good to get both of them, though. Like, obnoxiously good.
Yeah, no, I'm just...
Alright, so is that stealth or attack?
That's stealth.
Okay, you are able to stealthily go over to one of the cages. Roll a strength or athletic or something like that to see if you can let him out.
That does not sound good.
With the full fury of like
Oh my
more than you've
gosh.
ever had before, you just like break in the door, and the door is just like gone to pieces. It's like, where the heck did this door to this cage go? And the guard comes
Maybe
out,
the door hits the guy that's dying, right, and just kills him.
and
I think that works.
the door hits the
Yeah.
orc that's almost dying, and it's dead. And the guard gets an attack because this the way that the door was opened up was so heroic that he gets inspired. And so he actually rolls a damage roll and doesn't do too well. But he
Well,
does
you
injure
know.
the remaining orc a little bit.
E for effort.
Is this the remaining orc that's already hurt pretty bad? Now he's hurt pretty bad, plus
There we
hurt a
go.
little?
Well, the one that was hurt pretty bad got killed by the shrapnel from the gate being destroyed.
What about the
And
other
then
one that was hurt?
the other orc is a little bit more hurt.
Because
Okay,
the guard jumped him.
I'm confused. Okay.
Hey guys,
So the
that
one-
was totally stealthy!
That was awesome.
Now that the guards have been rescued, that's exactly what I yell.
Well, you rescued one guard.
Yeah, but that guard can go rescue the other guards now, right?
Which
He could if he wanted to, but there's still the orc that's still alive. So, anyway,
Well, Terry still has an attack, doesn't she?
she does, since she
Her
did
move,
a
her
move.
move was to explode the door off its hinges, and
That was just part of her.
heroic bravado.
yeah, she can still move.
Yep, she can still attack
She still has an attack.
if she wants to.
I get another attack, or she could let loose another guard. Either way.
Or she could let loose another guard.
I'm gonna head to let loose another guard,
Okay.
depending on whether that's successful.
Since you
'cause-
rolled so well, I'll assume that you're still in stealth.
Okay.
After yelling?
Cool.
After
most
yelling,
stealthy
"Hey guys, I was totally
Yeah.
stealthy!"
It was a critical yell.
But they could. There was so much noise going on anyway. It didn't matter. She's still stealthed.
Only the Lynx heard, and the Lynx went. Lynx was like,
Only
yeah.
the Lynx heard it.
Only the Lynx heard. It's fine.
Yeah. Link
You know how
scratched his
cats
ear.
are. Cats are like, whatever.
Eh.
You got any food?
Yeah.
Staff.
So yeah, do another athletics or something like that.
Remember to click on the right tabs.
Okay, so this time you elegantly open the door, releasing the guard. And the guard's kind of sad because he's like, why didn't I get the heroic door? And he does not get a free attack, but he will be attacking, obviously, next time. Alright, so Carv, it is your turn.
So the poor dwarf is
Fantastic.
left, huh?
The ward is set upon Maven, and then I picked the nearest, woundest, most busted up orc to slam my axe into his face.
Okay. So roll your ward stuff to see how many points you get or whatever, because don't you have to do that?
Yeah, there's
Because you're guaranteed 1 point, but you have to roll to see how many you get.
Okay, this is the first time I've done this, so I gotta add all the modifiers and junk. Okay. Crap. That tells me I get 1. Okay, so I have
Okay.
I get 1 point of will for the ward, which can be used in combat, so I'm gonna add that actual 1 point. Well, I'm gonna use it immediately. Actually, no, I can't do it because I'm not in defensive Maven yet. So I'll just have that in the bank, and then I'm going to attack the orc that's most wounded that I've been watching everybody else pummel on,
Okay.
with all of the fervor of a dwarf who got hit really hard last round. So that second number is my attack.
So wait a second.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. It's wrong. This is the number. I forgot a modifier.
So you did your attack roll, is that? To see if you could hit?
Yeah.
So yeah, you couldn't hit.
See, I told you, I got hit really hard last round. It hurt a lot.
Alright, it is now
Quick question.
8, yeah.
If you used his point, could he of stuff? Could he? Never mind.
No, because it's nowhere near.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've got 1 orc dead there were 10, right? So we got 1 orc dead, 1 wounded of the 2 that didn't come at us. 1 guy, Carvis, has wounded, and I've mezzed 1 guy, right?
Yeah, so there's 8 orcs that can attack currently. 1 from the other camp
Yep.
and 7 from your camp.
No, 6 from my
One of my guys is still.
He's still messed,
One of my
right?
guys is still mezzed.
1 is
Yeah.
mezzed, 1 is really badly injured, and then 6 perfectly healthy.
Perfectly healthy orcs.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so 3 orcs from the camp of Carv on Carv's side were able to actually attack here. Ooh, man.
Jeez.
Alright, one of them goes for May and is able to do 4 damage. One of them goes towards Pine Leaf, all the way over towards Pine Leaf, somehow.
That hits my morale, right?
And is able to
you wanna
do
do it.
3. It can be armor or morale.
Okay.
But keep in mind, armor you can't repair until you go back to a
Right.
vendor.
Town. Yeah.
Finally, if you get hit with 3,
Alright, I have a question.
yep.
Did we heal since the last
Yeah,
mission?
you guys should all be healthy, I think.
You
Yeah.
guys should have been all, because don't you guys
Because I
go
don't
up
think
to?
you've done anything since then. And even if you have, I'm just going to consider you guys as healthy.
Alright, let me then. Okay, take 3 damage then.
And then one of the guards actually gets killed off.
Uh-oh.
Bob!
First red shirt gone.
Oh no, it's Steve.
So,
Steve. Yeah.
yes,
Steve.
one of the guards that you brought is now dead.
Poor Steve. We'll have to name
I
another
barely-
guard after
I
him.
Steve.
barely knew him.
Literally.
I didn't know him at all.
Alright, so that is the orc's turn. May, it is now your turn.
So, watching Carve not be performing at his usual skill level has kind of tipped me that maybe I need to do something in the healing arena. So I am going to
To stop your ears from bleeding.
yeah, and to and I'm thinking, well, maybe he's maybe this assumption of that everybody's is the same as elves in battle is not actually accurate, and maybe dwarves just aren't as hardy as anybody else is. So I'm going to do
I kind of imagine that Carve has just like run over and is literally like yelling in your ear to heal him.
No, I'm still standing between her and the orcs, like, Tails, stop fighting! Come on!
Oh gosh.
And so he's at like
So-
good angel, bad angel like distance from your ear. Like that's how close he is. So
Ow.
So that's my roll. That's my healing roll there.
okay, so you are definitely able to heal. Now you roll a d6 to see how much. And keep in mind it was critical, so you can double it.
She didn't say
Cool.
whether or not that was a natural.
That was not. That was a 19 plus my modifier.
Okay,
Yeah, I
then
didn't-
never mind. It's not critical.
So I roll a d6, right? Just a d6.
Yep.
Plus anything or just d6?
Nope, just d6. And then you can decide how you want to split it up.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Because there are
So-
multiple people that are injured, including yourself.
Right. I am going to give it all to Carve.
Alright, I assume, Carve, you needed 5 morale. I'm assuming that your morale's at least 5.
He did, didn't he? Because he took
Yeah,
9 damage
yeah,
last
that-
time.
I took 6 damage last go round, so the 5 restores me
Was-
back up to 7. So
Okay,
I'm
good. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, good.
cool.
So now I expect great things of him. Get him
Yeah.
back into fighting.
Alright, anything else you want to do, May?
Okay, so that was my class skill, wasn't it? Yeah, I definitely want to do something. So let's see, what do we got? I want to go after one of the still healthy orcs because it's really bothering me that there's still 6 of them that are, that are in good shape. It's a little
Okay.
unnerving.
I don't think you actually have an attack skill that you can use for power.
I have blade.
But you can
Oh.
do a mez.
I can't do a mez.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
you
I
can
had
do another
attack-
mez.
I can't do a song. I can't do a song attack like I did last time.
No, because that was actually your normal attack, and you can't do a heal and an attack on the same turn without spending power.
Okay.
And you don't
Got
have
it,
any
got it.
attack skills,
Okay.
so that
Oh,
are
okay.
cost power. You only have healing things that cost power. So
Okay, all right. So I can do a mess. All right. Let's see. D20, right? Oops. Gosh, what tab is this? D20. Seriously? Seriously.
Seriously.
Okay. All right, fine. I just was surprised that it did it again.
oh my gosh.
Huzzah!
I know. I mean,
All
was
right.
like, okay.
So
Blessing of the
roll,
Valar.
roll.
was I able to mess all of them? Did I miss all
Roll a
6 of them?
Roll a d6.
Roll a
roll a
D6.
d6.
D6. Okay. Guess this is kind of weird. Okay.
Oh my
It
gosh.
did. That's what it rolled.
All right, you were able to mez 5 more.
Oh my gosh. Awesome!
So
Hey
now there
guys,
are
I missed 5!
Now in Carp's camp, there are only 2 that are not mezzed, and then there's still the other orc that's still back with the prisoners.
But one of the ones that's not mezzed, Carf had hit, right? Is the guy the Carf hit with the
Right, yeah. Yeah, no worries there.
Okay. So there's really only one that's hale and hearty still.
Right. And then there's the other one that's in the other camp. So.
Right, that's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got 2 hurt and 1 hale and
I
hearty.
will say that since they were mezzed at the same time, it's possible that some of them could have been close enough together to be pulled at the same time, but there are now 6 orcs that are mezzed in this area. So that's amazing.
Awesome. That's
Is
amazing.
this like a permanent mess?
This is not permanent. It will come undone at some point.
But it lasts for a while, Aeritherd. I mean, come on.
I'm just trying to plan ahead.
Of which I will
I've
be
never heard
rolling
of this
for
5-target
to
mess thing. This is awesome.
Of which I'll be rolling for to find out when, but I will take into account that you rolled really well. Okay. So it is now Raylenial's turn.
Okay. Send him my links again because he's so cute and fluffy. After most likely the one that's like just about dead, so he can be finished off.
Okay.
Cute, fluffy, and deadly.
Cute, fluffy with like blood on.
Exactly. You don't think he's gonna cause much damage. You think it's just because he's so fluffy. You don't think he can hurt you, and he can.
So
Come
you
on.
have to understand about cats
Be deceived.
that if a dog was big enough, he would let you ride on him. If a cat was big enough, he would eat you.
All right, and that is not enough to hit. Is there anything else you want to do, Raylenial?
Nah. I'll give someone else a turn.
Okay, Pineleaf, your turn.
Alright, very well. We've got... The one near us is now dead, right? One's dead and
Yes, one is dead from shrapnel of Tor,
Right.
and one is near death.
Alright, very well. I will go up to the one that's dead and pull those javelins out of his shoulder blades.
All right, that very crunchy sound comes when that happens.
Yes. Now, how far am I from the next cage?
You are to where you'd easily be able to move there and also do something else.
Alright, I'm going to go to the cage and free the last prisoner.
Okay. Roll a stealth check, because you'd have to kind of drop out of combat here.
Alright.
That was an interesting sound, pine leaf noise.
I'm pretty sure I've never heard that
Okay.
noise out of pine leaf before.
That's right on the line, but the orcs are so surprised about what the heck happened with that gate that they're just focused on that. So you are able to stealthily go up to it. Now roll another athletics check to see if you can actually open the gate.
Oh, athletics check. Oh, well, that's going to
Or
be
what?
impossible.
Or you could use stealth to like pickpocket open or something like that.
Alright, let me double check to make sure. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I'll use stealth. Let's see.
Okay.
Looks like I must act as a provisional locksmith sometimes.
God.
Freeing prisoners is our specialty, baby.
Well,
So-
I know how to put them in and free them afterwards, right?
You eloquently turn open the lock on the first try, and the lock is still perfectly intact, perfectly fine. You actually, because you were so confident, you actually just unlocked it with your spear, and somehow the lock is perfectly intact, just fine. And so there's now another free guard, and it is able to actually go out and attack.
Poor guy
And
doesn't even have a gender. He's just an it.
it is able to kill the other orc.
Huzzah! 2 down. Finally.
So there are no other orcs that are in that area. They're all either mezzed or almost dead, or just the one that is still at full health.
He's mad.
That apparently is very angry. So it is now the other guard's turn, and so let's see. One guard has died, so there are 5 that are able to go, even though that one just went. So let's see here. Alright. So 2 guards are able to actually attack here. And they both rolled really well, and they kill the completely healthy orc all the way.
Whoa,
Yeah.
dude!
Way to go.
Yeah, did you hear that? Buddha was really excited about it too.
Woo!
Wow. Now, did the people that we've freed also get to roll now? I mean, are they joining?
that was
in the
included.
fight?
They just
in
joined.
the
Oh,
in
that
the
was
fight.
included.
Yes, now we
Okay.
have 5 guards in our team as opposed to
Got it.
3.
Because you did lose one, yeah.
Right. Right.
Alright, Aerithart, it is your turn. And you're muted.
Okay. How many are left?
Well, there is 1 that is almost dead and 6 that are mezzed.
Okay. And I'm
Keep in
assuming
mind,
these
you
mezzes
might
work
end up
as-
pulling more than 1 at once.
as per Lotros, where if you hit them, they're active.
Yeah.
Okay. Man,
And it could activate others around them.
I would
because
play a burglar
so
if
many
I
that are
could
mezzed.
mess 5 targets. It'd be
What was
awesome.
that?
I
You
said
can
I
do
would.
up to 3 on a berg.
You can do that again? What?
You can do
Wow,
3
you've
on
done up to
bird.
3 targets on a berg.
Yeah, but it's not like 5. There's something
Yeah.
nice about 5 targets.
Well, nobody in Lotro rolls very well, apparently. So,
They see me roll, and anyways, I'm
Hey,
going
hey.
to. I'm like reasonably far away, right?
They're gonna catch me hot.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait! I did move up to
Well,
face
you did your
bashing now.
somersault.
I
Yeah,
did.
you did your,
do your somersault,
Does
so you're-
the rolling in the dirt help?
you can definitely get there.
Apparently, I must have rolled too far. I'm going to do a backwards, like a backflip in the air, and
Yeah.
to get back where I kind of just was, because I realized I'm like face bashing range. Face bashing isn't cool. Like I've got an image to preserve here, so I do a backflip and
And-
then throw my shield again.
Are you sure you want to wait? Because you could just throw it mid backflip with that kind of
This
a
is
roll.
true. I might just like whilst in the air, throw it at the one orc that's like mostly dead, and then just like catch the rebound as I land.
Yep, it's
Awesome.
totally dead.
Sweet.
All right, Terry, your turn. There are 6 mezzed orcs in front of you.
I'm just gonna stab the closest one.
Okay, go for it.
Because her mez, do we get like automatic bonuses or something?
Yeah, for the until they get unmezzed, which could happen, and it looks like it just did for a few of them. So 3 orcs. Let me make sure.
No,
if I
that
can
was
roll.
my attack roll.
Yeah, I know. 3 orcs become unmezzed because of a roll I did after that roll. And they are actually going to be coming for the attack in the near future. But first, it is Carv's turn. Unless Terry wants to do anything else, like with
Do we know
power
who
or
they're
anything.
attacking?
You don't.
We don't yet, but
So they're just
Seeing how-
standing there looking.
seeing as
at
how
me.
Terry made a whole lot of noise behind the 3 orcs, I throw a taunt at.
Terry may have tripped over her sword.
Yeah, maybe.
Terry kind of just bumped into 3 orcs.
She's like, oh. Went to
Terry, I
wet
think we need to
mist.
carry a flask for you for when you
Yeah,
fight.
for real. That's the wrong die.
She's more in control when she's drunk.
Yeah, right before we go into battle, you know, we hand her the flask and make sure she does it bottoms up.
More
Yeah.
like half an hour before battle, just keep her.
No, it'd be like the it wouldn't be like it'd be like the what's the case, the Dower Hand Kegmaster thing, but
Oh, yeah.
opposite. You drink, it gives her like a crazy boost.
Uh-huh.
I think we should actually make that a thing where she can spend some copper to get like a +1 on all of her rolls in combat. Just saying.
That could be a thing. Which reminds me, Terry, you do
Yeah,
still
right.
have an open tab at the bar in Trestlebridge because you never paid that.
Because I passed out and my friends like carried me out of there.
That's very true.
That's totally not even my fault.
So anyway, Carve, what do you want to do?
Oh, I'm describing what I'm gonna do right now, in the chat. Basically, I run up and I taunt one of the orcs that are awake,
Mhm.
and then I take my axe and I bury it into the body parts of the next one. So as I'm yelling at one and I'm stabbing or I'm hacking at another.
Okay, you are able to do both those things. You gain the attention of one, and the other one is able to be hit with damage. So go ahead.
And that's my damage roll. Invigorated by the rousing chorus of our elven songstress, I rally my strength and I scream obscenities in the dwarven tongue of one orc, grabbing his full attention and having him realize I've just called his mother a pink-skinned hobbit, and then therefore I swing my axe with the ferocity of Baruch Hazad into the exposed flesh of the next guy down the line.
Alright, yeah, he takes a good amount of damage. Alright, it is now the...
I'm just curious why an orc exposed his flesh.
Well, I'm
Never
assuming
mind.
he's not completely...
Alright, this is literally what I rolled to see how
Oh
many
my
more
gosh.
orcs become unmezzed, which means that I'm going to allow one of the orcs to become mezzed again that became unmezzed just a bit ago.
It's like, what? Is there a fight?
He's
Never
totally
mind.
acting, he's totally playing mezzed right now. He's like, I'm not going to be involved in this.
Maybe if I play dead, they'll leave me alone.
But one of the other orcs is actually able to get an attack off, and he is actually going to go for Carvet and do 4 more damage.
Jeez.
Okay.
So, it is now May's turn.
Well,
You might
what-
be bleeding again.
So what do we got here? So Carve
There's
just
one
lost 4
damaged
of the
orc.
5 I gave him, right? One damaged orc.
One damaged orc, one
5
completely fine orc, and one orc that is playing mezzed, and then 3 mezzed orcs.
Okay. One damaged orc. Okay. And the guy that is hale and hardy is the one that just hurt Carve, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh. I don't know. I am gonna go for healing again because I know Pine Leaf has also gotten some damage.
Okay.
And
And you want to,
so
I mean,
let's
there's
see.
nothing against you healing yourself. I mean, you're like, I need to top
Oh,
off
yeah, I
myself
forgot.
here, dang it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you can't heal when you're dead.
So I'm going to actually say that
Well-
you
all the
heal
time.
yourself, that doesn't go
My
against
morale's in
your...
pretty good shape because my base morale is 12, so I'm not too concerned at this point. But
Yeah, that's because she gets a morale bonus instead of an armor bonus. So
My base morale is
so let's see. Okay, D20 plus H
because I
is
got
what it
super
is.
lucky.
D20 plus H is, and where am I at here? D20. Okay, so this is what I rolled.
okay, that is actually not enough to heal. So you failed your healing
I
attack.
failed. Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do? Could you do have
Well, I
skills
can't.
spend with power, or you could try to mess another one, I guess.
That's my only choice, right? Is to either do a combat thing, spend power, right?
Yep.
Or no,
or
I don't
just
wanna do
sing
it.
yourself a song.
I'll sing myself a song. Yeah. Yeah, because I've only got 2 power, so I don't want to spend any power. So no.
All right. Well, it is then now Redlennial's turn.
Alright, so how many orcs are there left?
There are 4. Well, there's 3 that are mezzed, one that's pretending to be mezzed, and one that's fine, and one that's pretty well damaged.
It's hilarious that there's an orc pretending to be mezzed.
Have the kitty
That's so
pick.
orc,
Oh,
isn't
boy.
it? Isn't that so orcish?
It
Of
is.
course. I mean,
Very
God.
orcish.
No, it's the orc flop.
Alright, well, Mr. Fluffy Lynx is gonna go after one again.
Okay.
Not sure which one yet.
He almost dead one, so he can't attack.
So yeah, are any of them close to being dead?
There is one that is close to being dead.
I'm
and you are
gonna
able to attack
go for that one.
and kill it. Describe how.
Being Mr. Fluffy, because that's what I decided to name him, he sneaks up all stealthy-like and just claws him to death.
All right, it is dead. Finally, a few turns.
I want to get a soundbite of what she just said because that was awesome. Mr. Fluffy,
Mr.
felt
Fluffy,
up, just, and
that's
then
what I
claws him
named
to
him.
death.
Finally, your turn.
All right, we still have one orc that's active.
Yep.
All
And
right,
one orc that's pretending to not be.
right. Okay, I'll go against the active orc and we'll attack it with restoration.
Okay.
That is. Ooh, ooh. Where'd that go? Alright, that's. Make sure I've got this right. Not used to using this skill. Alright, that's. Yeah, I thought so.
I'm not either, so you might have to remind me a bit.
Alright, looks like I do. Okay, I roll. Okay, my roll is 7, which looks like is heal 1 and do 1d6.
Okay.
And so I do 3 damage.
All right. So
And
the orc
now
takes
my
5 damage.
now my regular attack.
And yeah, the warden is the only non-healer that can heal themselves. Okay, that's enough to hit.
Alright. And my damage is another 2.
Okay. That orc's armor has been basically made not useful anymore. So that is good. All right, it is now the 5 guards' turn. And okay, let's see here. So 2 of them go after the orc that you were going after and actually kill him off with their swords. And then let's see here. 2 others go after the one that's pretending to be mezzed and actually do quite a bit of damage to it, driving their swords into him. And so there is now the one that was pretending to be mezzed that is now hurting pretty badly.
He forgot to take proper acting lessons.
Apparently, if even the NPC guards can tell that he was not really mezzed. Alright, Arether, your turn.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm lost. How many orcs are alive and pretending and faking their own death, and what's going on here?
There are still 3 orcs that are completely mezzed,
Okay.
but they could be unmezzed in the near future.
Okay.
There is 1 orc that was pretending to be mezzed and has now been hurt pretty badly and is clearly not pretending anymore.
Okay.
Mostly because he's like clasping at his neck.
That's it?
That's it.
That's right. Did that one formerly pretending to be mezzed orc attack Carve at one point?
No, he just got unmezzed by the guards attacking him.
So he's never attacked anyone in his life. Or
Pretty
at least-
much.
Failure
orc.
Yeah, I'm sure he attacked somebody at some point in his life.
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean,
but
he had to attack other orcs just to stay alive, but, other than that,
This is a drastic orc society you've built up here.
that's how it actually is, so...
Okay. So we don't actually have any orcs that have attacked, that are currently alive that have attacked anybody else.
Right.
I'm inquiring for professional reasons. Okay.
Yeah, I know why you're going.
Okay. I'm going to just do my normal thing here. On one of the modifiers, yo.
Oh, dang. That's a big difference.
Yeah, I've got 3 athletics. These flips
Okay.
are paying off. So I'm going to. I guess we don't have any AOE things, do we?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna totally waste an epic 20 here, and I'm going to, since I just kind of landed, catching my rebounded shield. I'm just gonna kind of do the helicopter thing you do in breakdancing where you swing your leg underneath.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna like catch that shield and like put it on my foot, and then like do one of those things and thwack the legs out from underneath the guard, very forcefully.
You mean
'Cause
the
he's
orc?
sort of behind me. Yeah, the orc.
And the one that is obviously unmezzed?
Yeah, the formerly pretending to be mad.
Okay, you kill him.
Sweet.
You apparently really needed those legs.
Don't we all?
Terry, your turn. There are 3 mezzed orcs, and that's it.
Wait, mezzed orcs?
Mm-hmm.
Trip again. That was fun last time.
I'm trying to stab him again.
I'm just gonna poke a mezzed orc because it's no fun trying to fight it because it can't fight back. So I'm just gonna poke it.
Okay, roll a d20.
Are you gonna poke it with something sharp or with like your finger?
No, I'm just gonna poke it with my finger.
The fighting comes to a stop. We're like, hey guys, check this out. Like,
He walks up to him and goes,
Why aren't you
right
moving?
in the
You're
forehead.
supposed to be fighting.
Well, you rolled that, and on a d4, I rolled that, which means that definitely the remaining 3 got unmezzed. So they definitely... Apparently your quiet poke was able to wake up the other 2 as well. So now you can attack, or you can not do anything, or whatever you want.
Well, yeah, I will stab at the one that I just poked.
Okay. That poke was a warning, orc.
Yeah.
Wake
No
up, I
kidding.
want to fight you.
Wake up.
Hey!
Alright, since it was mezzed, I will allow that to be a hit.
Damage.
Okay. You are able to get pretty close to killing it.
Hey, wake up, I want to fight you. Stab.
And I'm guessing exactly how Carve's described.
Yeah, pretty much.
And speaking of Carve, it's your turn.
Huzzah! Well, now that Terry has nearly decapitated that other orc over there, I'm going to pick the next guy who just got woke up and is going, what? I'm going to, once again, leap into the fray with my mighty hatchet of dwarven glory and kill, kill, kill. But I should
Okay.
probably roll stuff because that's how we play this game. So, okay, yeah, so is this, and then I do that.
Okay. The orc has kind of recovered from being, mezzed a bit, and so that was not enough to
A
actually
bit.
hit him. And it is now the 3 remaining orcs' turn. And one of them is able to hit, and he goes for Carve again. And he's able to do 5 damage.
Good lord! Alright.
Okay.
And a reminder that you need at least 1 HP to stay alive. So.
Wait, that was 5, you say?
Yeah, and you need 1 HP just to stay alive. So the rest has to
Alright.
be from armor.
That hurt my armor. And my body. And I'm going, ah!
Alright. So Carve's not in the best spot right now. Alright. It is now May's turn.
Whiner.
Well, I am just absolutely aghast at how these orcs just keep beating up on my little dwarf buddy. It's just horrible. So I'm going to go to try to heal him again.
Okay, you're successful. Now see how much you do.
Alright. I am going to do this. That's all for him. It's all for you, Carve.
Alright.
Dwarf buddy.
He'll heal 4 points.
Invigorated. That helped a lot.
Anything else you want to do, May?
Let's see. So I heal him so that I can only. I think I can only mez, can't I?
Or you could
Aren't they
do.
all still mez?
You could spend a PowerPoint and heal some more.
No, I don't want to spend a PowerPoint. I've only got 2 power. I get worried.
Reminder
about
that those get restored at the end of every day.
Right, I know.
In game day.
Well, are other people hurt? Who else is hurt? Did I miss something?
Pretty sure Pine Leaf's still hurt, and you are.
Finally healed himself, didn't he?
1 point,
One.
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 3 points.
No, he didn't.
Well, let me
didn't
do that.
well enough to
All right, so I'll
heal
spend a power to also heal Pine Leaf, because Pine Leaf
Okay.
is an important fighter as well. Hold on, let me just
So
make sure I
now,
make
if you go down to your healing skill,
right.
that'll tell you how all that works.
Well, I mean, I just do the same thing I just did, right? D20 plus H.
No.
Probably
Um,
2d6.
Oh, healing skill.
yeah, it's an actual skill that you have to use, which is in the minstrel doc, which you have a link to at the top of your doc.
Yeah, I know. I've got it open right here. And healing rules. To heal a target, you roll D20 plus H.
Right, but then you
Oh, it's
actually have
further down?
actual skills in your class that you
Oh, I got it. Healing of hurts.
have.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
the one, right? Performing combat. Got
Yeah,
it.
you
Power
roll
cost 1.
2d6 plus 8.
I got it. 2d6 plus H. Okay. All right. I'm with you. 2d6. Wait a minute. Hold on. 2
plus H modifier.
plus H. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm with you guys now. Thank you for your patience.
All right, so you're able to pick one target that you want to heal, and then you'll roll a d8 to see how much, and then
That would be
the party heals +1 of all the damaged people in the party. So
what?
pick a target.
Well, here's what I rolled. Okay, so Pine Leaf's my target.
Okay.
Right?
And then,
That's what I rolled.
Okay, so Pine Leaf's morale is now full again, and then the rest of the party gets +1 of all the people that are damaged in the party. So you and Carve get +1 morale
Oh, okay.
healed.
Cool. All right.
Love those AoE mini heals.
No kidding. Wah, wah.
Okay, so it is now Raylenial's turn.
That was worth a PowerPoint, I will say.
Okay.
Okay, and what are you wanting to do?
Mr. Fluffy, as I've named him, and he's going to forever be Mr. Fluffy.
Kill them all.
He can have a bit of free range and go for whichever orc he feels like going for.
Okay. Feisty Fluffy.
Feisty Fluffy.
He's a free-range feline fighter.
Furious Fluffy.
All right, and are you wanting to go for the damaged one or a different one?
Sure, why not? Let's go for damage and just see.
Okay, it's killed by Mr. Fluffy.
Mr. Fluffy's on a roll.
That is a
Alright.
awesome lynx.
Pine Leaf, you're up.
We found
All
the
right.
missing links.
What do we have left?
There are 2 orcs left.
All
Wow.
right, both active, right?
Yep.
All right, I'll go after the nearest one. And, ooh, my goodness gracious. All right.
I love his responses to his rolls. Those
I
are
know.
classic.
And I
Oh,
love even
man.
more how you don't know what it's actually going to be by his response.
I know. You don't know if it's good or bad. I never know.
Okay,
I think I
Pine
got
Leaf.
the back of his neck.
Yeah, so why don't you describe how you really hurt this orc?
Okay, well, it has to do with his cervical vertebrae that
Which one? C3? C2?
Yeah.
Pretty sure just rearrange them.
I'm pretty sure that one of his vertebrae just got like taken out completely and now is
Yeah, really.
like pressed a bit.
Well,
Alright,
and I
that-
think he has a very difficultly slipped disc here.
Yeah. Okay. It got replaced by a spear.
Yes.
Alright. So it is now, of course, the guard's turn, and there are still 5 of them. Oh man. These guards are great. You guys are so lucky.
Well, we did pick
Okay.
the most aerodynamic guards in the troop. So
That is
the
I'm pretty
aerodynamic.
sure the 3 guys we
All
just
of it.
rescued are just throwing the other 2 around.
that is quite possible. 4 of the guards are able to attack, and they are able to almost kill one of the orcs and completely just wipe out the one that was pretty well injured. And so that is just amazing. You guys are like, man, the NPCs sure did get really good in this game. And Era, it's now your turn.
I don't even know what you're talking about with the game. My character thinks this is real life. Anyway, yeah. So for this last
Oh!
Was that a crit?
orc, yes, it was.
Totally crit.
Yeah. and which
You better come up with something epic then.
can be
It's
doubled.
dead.
Well, yeah. I pick up two of the guards, one in hand, and do like a Diddy Kong smash thing in the middle, but in the middle is an orc.
These are the aerodynamic guards, right?
Yeah,
that you're picking
yeah.
up?
Like knock their heads together like a couple of coconuts, but different because there is an orc in the middle.
Well,
And-
does this orc have golf in his name?
Probably.
He may be a relative of
No,
the.
he's got squash in his name now. Like
squash.
like
Fit-
he's kind
fit
of
squashing.
between these two super aerodynamic guards, and pretty much just pulped. And then I give them each a special embroidered handkerchief to wipe the mess off.
What a gentleman!
Right?
That's awesome. He's awesome.
Special embroidered handkerchief.
Special.
Does it say Arthur on it?
Or
That's
like
special.
a T-shirt. I got slung around and smashed an orc with my face, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. Something like that.
Alright, so the orcs have been killed off. There was quite a bit of loot on these 10 orcs. Everyone is now 100 copper richer per person. Also known as 10 silver. So, great job, everybody.
That's almost enough to like to
Hey, Terry's
reimburse those
bar tab.
horses.
That'll
And
totally
pick up
pay my
Terry's
bar
tab.
tab.
That's right.
Wait,
Which somebody else is
Okay.
responsible for because they dragged me out of the tavern.
it's 1 silver or 10
No, that
silver?
would be 1 silver total. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
that
was-
Wait a minute.
yeah, I was wrong. Alright, cool. So, somebody roll a perception check.
Good idea.
Here.
Okay, Carb.
It's not natural, by the way.
Yeah. You are able to see in the distance, farther north, the full orc camp. And you kind of look towards Arthur and ask him to estimate how big this camp is versus the other one. Arthur, do a perception check. And that'll depend on how much data Carve gets, and you're still muted, by the way.
Can I add things to that?
Anything that's related to perception, yeah.
Well, it's a perception check, but because I'm a soldier and have that as my culture skill, I think I should be able to like
Okay,
accurately
yeah, sure.
estimate the size of opposing armies. Whoop-de-doo.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you are able to estimate that this camp is actually a bit smaller than the one in the south, but it's still a pretty sizable force. And you can see that there are scouts patrolling around, and you can as well, Carve. And there's clearly a leader in the center of it, but you guys guess that there is just too many orcs all around this place for you guys to successfully take. You can tell tactically. And so it'd probably be much better to defend the city, or at least wait for like the camp to move out or something like that. So
Can we
you
see,
guys,
are there any similar siege situations? to go with the alliteration?
this camp has actually probably been informed by the other camp of what happened there, and so their siege equipment is actually in the middle of camp.
Can't get at it.
Can't get at it.
So basically, the northern
So we
camp
need
is a decent-sized threat with the siege works, but the southern camp is a decent-sized threat, but without siege works.
Right.
Jeez.
So you guys should probably go back and relay all this info.
So we
Yeah.
should go back, relay the info, tell them to like, we've got 5 more people here. Put Steve, wink and blink and a nod up on the northern end, and they can help defend that way.
No, we just saved.
Of course, one guy's just a dwarf merchant. I mean, you know, how much help
So
does
wink
he
and
get?
blink and a nod!
never underestimate the ferocity
Yeah, I
of
was
a
gonna
dwarf
say
guarding his profits.
A dwarf.
We just saved Severa and Talbot and Rafi.
Yeah, and they of course definitely
Right.
thank you guys and are really grateful for what happened
They're not
because
going to give us any money. I mean, no
Is-
reward from them or anything.
He's like
you
brought
can
me
ask them.
to carve. He's in the same profession. He's
You
the
can ask
same
him if you want.
race. They're probably related.
Yeah, let's ask him. Let's ask him. I mean, that's kind of rude, though, isn't it, to
All
say
right.
give us a
Yeah,
reward?
it's under the
That's up
definition.
to you if you want to ask him or not.
It's kind of tacky. Well, being an elf,
Argue
I'm
them.
just totally clueless. So I'll absolutely ask him.
All right, which one
What
are
do
you
I
wanting
have to
ask?
roll?
Or all
The
three of
dwarf.
them?
No, not the dwarf. All three of them I was going to ask.
Okay. So you just give like a general question of, hey, are you guys
Yes.
gonna pay us for letting
Hey.
you free?
Well, yeah, is there any reward based, connected to
All
having
right, let
saved your
me
butts?
roll a d20 to see how they react.
The way Terry Edwin
They
threw
all
the
attack
door
her.
off and stuff.
All right, they are not insulted by this, but they also are not willing to pay you guys any money for saving them,
Okay.
especially after asking them.
Okay.
You should just be like, "Yo, other dwarf guy." Not.
And if somebody else had asked, the dwarf might have been okay to pay you since he's a rich
Right.
merchant.
No, I
But because
think
the
you
elf
should
asked,
ask
he's
for,
like,
like
no
a
way.
vendor discount. That's easy.
So he's
I'm
he's
just
not
over
gonna
here
he's not gonna
shaking
pay
my
an
head.
elf, that's for sure.
I'm just over here shaking my head.
All right, so you guys are able to make your way back to Trestlebridge, and that is where we're going to leave off today. So next episode, the Battle of Trestlebridge will be taking place, and so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode of Tales of the Free Folk, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. I got it right this time. So, world. Anyway, we'll see you guys again real soon.